Hey, how you doing? This is the Therapeutic Coach, T. Tracy here, and I wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully it's going to be quick, but I'm dedicating this video to my young people, to my daughter and her friends. My daughter oftentimes comes to me and she shares with me some things that her friends may be going through, and she asks a lot of times, can you talk to my friends about certain things? And right now they are of the age where they are growing into their womanhood, and they're looking at different things and owning their bodies, and so sex is becoming an interest, and I want to not just be a light and a guiding point for my daughter, but I would love to share some information to her friends, and since I can't get them all together, I thought a video would be perfect to share this information. And if you have anyone, any young person, male or female, that you feel like this information would be an encouragement to, a help to, please do share. But let me get into it and say this. I have a teenager, and one of the challenges I have found is reconciling my beliefs with how I raise my daughter and what I tell her. It's easy to tell strangers, it's easy to share with other people's children what my beliefs are and the things that I've come to learn and know through experiences. It's easy, but when it's your child, when it's your flesh and blood, my daughter is the most precious thing to me. So it's a conflict. It's a very huge challenge. I'm sure some of you know exactly what that feels. Some of you parents know what it feels like when it comes down to your own baby. It's unnerving. But I wanted to share with you the very things that I tell my daughter, and offer maybe some guiding points to the parents too. Maybe you can get some ideas from what it is I tell my daughter. One of the things that kids this age, they're teenagers, 16, 17, 18, even younger, they're talking about sex. They hear about sex, they learn about sex, they know about sex. Sex is not a secret. It's not as taboo as it was when we were their age. And I don't believe that it should be treated as if it's a dirty secret, or it should not be treated as if only the elite have sex, or only a special group have sex, or that everything is perfect if you just wait till you're married to have sex. I've lived too much, experienced too much, seen too much, talked to too many people to know that that's not necessarily true. But what is true is if you arm yourself and arm yourself with the information, and arm yourself with, or build yourself up in the confidence of your own personal authority, knowing who you are, so that you can make better decisions for yourself. So this is what I tell my daughter, that sex is expensive. Sex is expensive. So choose to have sex. Choose to engage in sex when you can afford it. Again, sex is expensive. How so? And I'm not just talking about the fact that you can get pregnant. You open yourself up to possibilities of getting pregnant, and babies cost. I'm not just talking about you opening up yourself for STDs, sexual transmitted diseases, and that can be expensive depending on what it is that you contracted from another person during sexual intercourse. The pills, the ointments, the doctor visits, that can be quite expensive. If you contract HIV, that's an ongoing thing. That can be expensive. But no, I'm not just talking about that, and I'm not just saying that to scare you. These are possibilities. But these are not the only things that are costly. But what's costly is your emotional attachment. It's expensive. It costs a whole lot when you are emotionally tied and emotionally tried in a situation once you've opened yourself up physically, spiritually and emotionally to another person, especially when you are not, and I don't want to use the word mature enough as to be condescending, but this is to anybody of any age. When you are not emotionally mature enough, when you are not spiritually mature enough to handle dealing with the connecting of another person, and that person having emotional and spiritual situations and things going on with themselves. We all carry our own baggage. We all carry our own perceptions. We all carry our own histories. And when we connect with each other, we basically take on that other person's stuff. And sexually, we open up as women, especially, we open ourselves up. We are vulnerable to all of that. And then when our hearts are connected to it, it gets really complicated. And if you don't have what it takes, if you don't have not just the insight or the emotional wherewithal to deal with what it takes to be connected to another individual, that can tear you up in so many ways. So not only emotionally, not only spiritually, but sex is expensive mentally. The strain that you can put yourself through because you're emotionally attached, or you've opened yourself up. And so now that I've shared myself, I have these certain expectations, and because I'm with another individual that have other thoughts, other perceptions, other ideas of how things go, and 9 times out of 10 that other individual does not have the same ideas that you have, because most times you did not take the time to understand the other individual before having sex. Because these days we have sex like the first kiss. These days sex has somehow become so watered down, as if it's not special anymore. It's something that we do because it's just a physical act. But for those of us who have had sex and have had ourselves connected to another individual, we understand how costly and how expensive that can be, how tiring and how powerful the act itself can be on our psyches, and our minds are attached. We have now our minds, some of us, just bombarded with the thought of the other individual. What do they think? What could happen? Am I pregnant? Can I have STDs? It's just all this stuff that's connected to it. So not to make this video long, I just wanted to give you some idea to how expensive and how costly having sex or deciding to join with another human being is. This is not to say don't. This is to encourage you to actually take the time to count the cost and to see if you have what it takes, if you have enough set aside to then join yourself in such a transaction, as such a personal, spiritual connection that sex allows. Sex is a beautiful thing. Sex is a thing that can, in the right hands, produce beautiful things, can produce beautiful children, can produce and enhance, not produce, but enhance a relationship. But just like business, you don't go into a business with a partner without, now if you have sense, without counting the cost, without checking out that business partner, without saying, okay, let us check and see if we are all on the same page. What are your beliefs as far as running this business? What would you do in this situation? What is your perspective? Making sure that you all line up together so that you can move forward in producing a beautiful business together. making sure that both of you all are basically on one accord. Well, just like business, if you're trying to make money and you want to make things happen and be prosperous, why would you spend any less time doing that with the individual that you are deciding to physically, spiritually, and emotionally open yourself up to? Now I hear these women saying, I'm not tied emotionally to him, I just do it, I just have sex. Sweetie, that is denial. You are one. Now you could try to detach, but I tell you, the detachment is just really, it's denial, and it's a farce. We're all one, and you bring all of yourself in a sexual experience. You bring it all. And so consume your energy, or make sure that you hold your energy until you are ready to release it in a wealthy place, in a prosperous place, in a place where you know you can get returns. So if you're going to go and invest in anything in a business, you're going to check that place out. You're going to check that investment out to make sure that when I put my energy, or I put my money into it, that I'm basically sure that I'm going to get a good return on it. So yeah, it is that serious. It is that serious. It shouldn't be taken lightly. It takes a while before knowing. But when you take the time to make sure you are investing your energy into the right person, you better set yourself up to not lose yourself. You better set yourself up to hold on to your confidence. You better set yourself up to make sure you're connecting with a person that adds to you and not just takes away. And therefore, you're less likely to be adding to body count after body count, trying to find yourself again, because every time you're with another person, you lose yourself. Every time I choose to be with someone that doesn't have what it takes to feed or give back to me, I lose a part of myself. So I'm constantly searching. So I sleep with this one, I sleep with that one, because I really don't know that I'm trying to find myself again. It's okay to wait. It's okay to wait. And if you feel like you have to do it, that's more reason to know this is not going to be a good investment. So anyway, this is it's going on 13 minutes, and I just wanted to share that bit of information with you. Your energy, your body is worth so much. It's valuable. It is valuable. So if you know you had something of worth, of great value, would you just squander it any kind of way for a moment? Because a moment of sex, the physical action, it ends within 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you're good. It ends. But what's connected to it is a lifetime. So choose wisely. And this is not to condemn anyone who's made decisions that they regret. Don't regret them, learn from them, and decide. It's my choice. It's your body. You can choose not to. You can choose again to do it a different way. You can choose to say, you know what? I'm going to be a little selfish about myself, and I'm going to make sure that my body is exclusive. Not just including everybody. I'm exclusive. And so I'm going to wait until that investment is sure and I have a good return on this value that I have of myself. So anyway, I hope this makes sense. I hope this is a encouragement to someone. And to my daughter's friends, I'm here. If you can't talk to mom, dad, I understand that. I'm here. I wouldn't tell you anything different than I told my daughter. She's still her own person. She makes her own decisions. It's her body. But like I tell her, make sure you can afford it. And then whatever it is you buy, that's what you're going to have to deal with. So I tell you the same thing, but I'm here. You can talk to me, and I hope that I hope this was a blessing to you. And if you need me, you give me a call, contact me. This is your therapeutic coach, a little personal moment, but you can contact me. You can reach me at www.tracylifewellness.com. I'm on Instagram, Tracy Life Wellness, and I'm on Facebook as the same. Share this video, like it, and tag whoever you think will be blessed by it. Thanks. Bye-bye.